Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see about active band reject filter using op-amp. The band stop filter is also called a band reject filter or band elimination filter. Actually, it is a complement of band pass filter. It means that it will block the signals with a specific frequency band and it will pass the remaining frequencies. So we can see that it is just a complement of band pass filter. There are two types of band reject filter, namely wideband reject filter and narrowband reject filter. If you see the characteristics, you can see that in this there is a pass band and after that it's a stop band and then you have a pass band. So it means that it is rejecting these band of frequencies. So since the bandwidth is wide, we call it as a wide bandwidth band reject filter. As the bandwidth is inversely proportional to quality factor, this wide band reject filter is said to have low quality factor. Now, if you see the narrow band reject filter, you can see the green line. This is very narrow. It means that it is normally used to reject a single frequency. For example, when there is a power frequency hum, because we know power frequency is only 50 hertz or 60 hertz. So that particular frequency can be rejected by a filter. So this is called a narrow band reject filter. First, let us see about the wide band stop filter or band reject filter. So here a low pass filter, high pass filter and a summer is used. So this is similar to a wide band pass filter where we will cascade the low pass filter and a high pass filter. Here we are actually paralleling it. So low pass filter and a high pass filter output is given to a summer which will give you a band stop filter. Let us see how this works. We know this is the characteristics of a low pass filter. LPF refers to low pass filter. Low pass filter cutoff frequency is FH. And we have a high pass filter here whose cutoff frequency is FL. So low pass filter will allow low frequency signal, high pass filter will allow high frequency signals above this frequency. Now if you add these two, what happens? We will get a response like this. So low pass will allow till this FH frequency and high pass will allow the frequencies above this one and it will block other frequencies. Okay. So this is the characteristics of a wide band stop filter. Now we will see the circuit diagram for this filter. So take a low pass filter. We have already seen about low pass filter and high pass filter in the previous videos. So we are taking the same circuit. When you have R and C, it is a low pass filter. When you have capacitor, then here resistor, it is a high pass filter. Now we need a summer. Summer also we have already seen. Summer will add whatever input we give it to the terminals V1 and V2. So now we are going to use this combination to get a wide band stop filter. If you see here in low pass filter, input is given here. In high pass filter, input is given here. So we need to join these two and make a single input Vin. And this V1 should be connected to this and V2 should be connected to this high pass filter output. So totally we will get a band stop filter response. So let us redraw the circuit neatly. So you can join this one and you will get a wide band stop filter. So one thing you should remember here is that the pass band gain of low pass filter and high pass filter should be same. If you see the frequency response of this filter, you have a wide bandwidth which leads to low Q. So FH is the cutoff frequency of the low pass filter and FL is the cutoff frequency of high pass filter. F0 is the center frequency of band stop filter or band reject filter, and F0 is given by root of FH into FL. FL is greater than FH. Always make sure that FL is greater than FH. Next we will see about the narrow band reject filter. You can see here it looks like the green color response looks like a notch. So narrow band stop filter is often called as a notch filter. It is mainly used to eliminate a single frequency. For example, if you have a particular frequency is appearing in your signal, only that particular frequency can be eliminated from your input. So this is the response of a notch filter of 50 Hertz, because normally our power frequency, if it is a 50 Hertz or 60 Hertz, that may get contaminated in our waveform. So that can be removed by this notch filter. Notch filter can be made in different ways. One of the widely used method is twin T network. What is this twin T? So in circuits, we might have studied about T network, star and delta connection. So this is the T network. So this is another T network. So I have two T networks here, which is called as twin T. So in one T, you have two resistors and a capacitor. Here you have two capacitors and a resistor. Now we are going to use these two twin T's and voltage follower circuit to realize this narrow band reject filter. So this is the first T network and this is another T network which are connected together. So to one end we have connected the input. This end it is connected to the output of an op-amp. These two op-amps are actually connected as a voltage follower. So voltage follower means we know output is equal to input. These two ends are connected together and given to this op-amp. So let us mark the nodes of this configuration. Let us take this node as A, this node as B, and let us mark this as P. Now, we should know what is the voltage here. So to this point we have the input voltage. What will be the voltage here? V0, because this is a voltage follower. In voltage follower, output is equal to input. So here it is V0. Then what will be the voltage here? You can see here this is a potential divider. A part of the voltage is connected here. So let us take K. K is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is also a voltage follower. So what you will get is K into V0 is the voltage at this point. So before writing the nodal equation, we will see one thing. R can be written as 1 by G. So this R by 2 becomes 1 by 2G. So at node A, there are three paths. So we will get V in minus VA into, we are writing in S domain. So for capacitance, we will write SC plus here. If you take this node P, the voltage is V0. So V0 minus VA into SC plus, what is the voltage here? KV0. So KV0 minus VA into 2G. So from this, we can separate what is V in part. So V in we have only SC. For V0 we have two components SC here 2 kg plus 2 kg, and for VA you have SC, another SC plus this 2G. So from this we can find what is VA. So if we simplify we will get VA. So we got one equation. So at node B, we can write the equation again. V in minus VB into G plus this point V0 minus VB into G, and this B is again connected to this point. So KV0 minus VB into 2SC is equal to 0. Okay. So let us again separate the V in part, which is G into V in. V0 part is G plus 2SC into K. V0 part, and again we will write the VB parts. This is G, another G here, and 2SC here. Okay. So now we will simplify this one. It becomes 2G plus 2SC. So 2 I have taken it outside. From this we will find what is VB. So we got VB. We also got VA. Now one more node is there. This point, node P. Here we will write the equation. So at node P, this point node P, we can write VA minus V0 into this capacitance. So S into C. And this is connected to node B also. So VB minus V0 into this G is equal to 0. Now we will simplify it. You will get this equation. So we got an equation with VA, VB and V0. But we know what is VA and VB in terms of V0 and VE already from equation 1 and 2. So let us substitute that and find it. So VA, VB already we found it and we got the third equation. Now I am going to substitute this into this equation and VB in here. And so I have written here, then simplify it. So denominator in both the cases it is same. So you can bring it to this side. So it will become 2SE plus G the whole square into V0. Now we have to separate the V in and V0 and finally find what is the ratio between V0 and V in. So it is just simplification. But do the simplification carefully because you may do a lot of mistakes in this. So now I am multiplying these two. It becomes SC the whole square. Then where is another V in part? Here it is there. So it becomes G square. So plus G square. These two are the V in parts. Remaining all are V naught parts. So for this one, this SC is common for this one also. Because you can see another bracket is there. So SC square plus 2SC into KG. Again here one more term is there which should be multiplied with this G. Do the multiplication and this is also V naught part. So I am bringing to this side. So we have separated V in and V naught. Actually we need to simplify here. So if you see here, this is of the form A plus B the whole square. So A plus B the whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. So I am writing here SC square. So this is A square. 2AB. 2 into A is this one SC. B is G plus G square. Okay. So split this one like this. Then you have to, here you have SC square. Here minus 2 SC square. So let us simplify the equation again. So if you simplify, you will get it like this. So now this side we have V in and this side you have V naught. Now let us find V naught by V in. So here we can take this C outside to bring it to a standard form. That is S square plus something should be there for the standard quadratic equation. So let us bring it to that form. So S square plus C square, you take it outside. So it becomes G by C square. Here also C square will come out. So it is G by C the whole square. And here it should be G by C. Already CG is there. Since we have taken C square out, it will become G by C. It will be stay. Now, let us substitute S is equal to J omega and take omega naught is equal to G by C. But G is nothing but 1 by R. So omega naught is equal to 1 by RC. Now we will simply substitute S is equal to J omega. So it becomes omega square minus omega naught square divided by this part. Now if you see in this equation, if both this omega and omega naught are equal, what happens? This term becomes 0. So we can say that at one frequency, that is this center frequency, the magnitude or the gain is 0. So we call it as a band reject filter. So the points to remember here are band reject filter or band elimination filter is also called as a band stop filter. It is basically complement of a band pass filter. Band reject filter will block all the signals within a specified frequency band, while it will allow other frequency to pass through. There are two types of band stop filter, which is wideband filter and narrowband filter. This narrowband reject filter is also called as a notch filter. So it can be realized using this twin T network. It is mainly used for rejecting single frequency component. If you like the video, do subscribe to Read Electric Vehicle channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.